Presenting her ninth consecutive budget in Parliament, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman unveiled a series of measures aimed at boosting manufacturing, infrastructure and investment, even as the global economy faces trade disruptions and higher US tariffs. The announcements come amid a broader reform push by New Delhi to revive private investment and demand, including income tax relief, consumption incentives, and labor law reforms rolled out over the past year. The Finance Minister said the budget for the next fiscal year will focus on structural reforms, particularly in manufacturing, strengthening the financial sector, and scaling up investments in frontier technologies like artificial intelligence.
So this budget being the first one, as the Honorable Prime Minister said 2 days ago, this being the first one for the second quarter of this century, also leading towards Viksit Bharat 2047. We are laying the path and giving a push to the economy to maintain the growth momentum. And for that growth momentum or sustained economic growth, which we want to ensure, primarily we are looking at building the ecosystem with structural reforms which will go on. Reforms have been carried out. We are continuing to do the reform activities, so it will continue with an aim to make sure that we create enough environment for improving productivity and making sure employment is generated. Also, technology, 21st century, this century is completely driven by technology. So we will ensure that technology is brought in to benefit the common man, to make sure common man benefits in the sense of ease of doing living, or for his businesses to prosper, or for farmers for greater productivity or better logistics, whatever. So technology for benefiting every common man.
Here are the key highlights. The government has projected a fiscal deficit of 4.3% of GDP for the next financial year, marginally lower than the revised estimate of 4.4% for the current year. For the first time, the centre has adopted debt to GDP as the primal fiscal anchor, with public debt projected to fall to 55.6% from 56.1% this year. Manufacturing contributing at least 20% to GDP, the centre has set its sights on raising that share to 25%, with job creation at the core of the strategy. The budget prioritizes scaling up manufacturing across 7 sectors: pharmaceuticals, semiconductors, rare earth magnets, chemicals, capital goods, textiles, and sports goods. Infrastructure spending also received a strong push, with new freight corridors, waterways, and high-speed rail projects announced to improve logistics and connectivity. To promote medical tourism, the Finance Minister announced a scheme to set up 5 regional medical hubs in partnership with states and the private sector. The budget also proposes strengthening traditional medicine, higher education, and women's participation in STEM fields. Tourism and hospitality also found space in the budget, with a focus on cultural circuits and skill development. A new scheme will develop Buddhist circuits across 6 northeastern states, while archaeological sites will be upgraded into experiential destinations. There are no new tax cuts in this budget, but select relief measures have been announced. To support exports and domestic manufacturing, the government has continued the rationalization of customs duties and expanded exemptions for key sectors. Export timelines have also been relaxed to ease compliance for manufacturers.